Are you curious about Fort Lauderdale? Well, we're talking about the 8 best things about Fort Lauderdale today, so stick around. What's up, everybody? It's April, Laura, and Ryan again.
Hey.
And we're talking about the 8 great things about Fort Lauderdale. And although there are more than 8 things, that's what we're focusing on today. And if this is your first time to my channel and you want to know everything there is about working, eating, sleeping, playing, and living in Florida and in Fort Lauderdale, then make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring the little bell so you're notified every time I do a new video, because pretty much all I talk about. We love helping people relocate to Florida. My team and I specialize in it, and we love to help you too. But we can't do that unless you give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, somehow get in touch with us, because we've got your back when you move to Florida. Now let's talk about Fort Lauderdale. So number 1 is going to be weather. I mean, Fort Lauderdale is located in South Florida, so you are going to experience the beautiful weather we have in South Florida. And the most attractive part of the year is the wintertime. Wintertime, you're gonna get weather that ranges between about 50, maybe 48 if it's like super early in the morning, but I never feel that. But like from the 50s to maybe the 80s, usually it's around 50 to like 75, 78, which is absolutely beautiful. Blue skies, sunny, and that's why we get all the snowbirds, right?
You can actually keep your windows open.
Yes, that is actually a time of year where we do kind of open our windows, let the fresh air come through.
Turn down your AC.
Maybe turn it off, which is like shocking.
Fingers crossed.
Like I said, if it does dip down to maybe 48, that's gonna be at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So unless you're a very early bird, you're not gonna feel that. Most of the time, you're gonna wake up to something around 50, but then that just increases very quickly at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, noon time. It's definitely in the mid to high 50s. So very, very, very pleasant. I actually welcome those days because I feel like it's so hot that it's really nice to have those days here in Florida.
All right, so we can't forget to talk about the summer.
Yeah.
I always bring an extra shirt with me. No matter where you go, when you go, it is hot. Over 80s. I think we've broken 100 maybe once or twice this summer already. It's gonna be beautiful, humid air. So again, bring an extra shirt.
Because you might sweat through it.
Yeah. Have your sunscreen and be prepared.
Well, yes, so, you kind of just have to expect it. Summertime in South Florida is not fun. It's hot, but quite frankly, like I've been traveling a lot this year and it's been hot. There's been heat waves all over the United States. So that kind of makes me feel a little bit better. And I do feel like our humidity this year in 2022 hasn't been as bad, but typically you just have to prepare to sweat. Ladies, if you have long hair like me, you got to put it up. If you're, a guy that's super active and you're in business clothes, you want to wear, most of our guys in business clothes, they wear short sleeve polos like you have on today, maybe even some shorts or, very light pants.
Dry fits.
Yeah, a dry fit all the way, all summer long. But same thing with girls, so sleeveless shirts, small, kind of short dresses, just things that are as cool as possible. I've many times heard people come here from maybe big city states or other states and they're like, Floridians don't know how to dress, they're so casual.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
we're comfortable.
Have you been here in the summertime? We really have no choice. Like, I love to dress up. It's just in the summertime, it's hard. Like, you can't wear as much makeup. You're sweating all the time. Lots of oils are gonna be coming out on your face, in your hair. So these are just things to take into consideration. But for the most part, it's beautiful.
I'd rather sweep sand off my stoop than shovel snow any day.
Good point, Ryan.
So number 2 on our list is beaches. Fort Lauderdale is home to 4 miles of absolutely exquisite coastline. It is a Blue Wave certified beach. It has a river walk that extends a large portion of it. It is the place you want to be.
Absolutely. It's actually like one of the biggest tourist attractions in all of South Florida. So, you have Miami Beach, but Fort Lauderdale Beach is definitely somewhere that people just flock to.
Mm-hmm. There's always something going on. There's plenty of restaurants, there's shopping. You've got, any and every hotel you can think of. You've got the marinas. Everything is pushed and compacted into just around the city at the end of Las Olas.
Yeah, which is about a mile, right? Like that Riverwalk area.
Approximately.
And speaking of beaches, there's so many boats that go out. You can take like a little charter boat, or you can take one of those drift boats. I think that's what, like for fishing?
Yeah, there's all kinds of, it's great for snorkeling. There's shipwrecks, there's reefs. There's so much to do even just off the coast.
Yeah, and then there's deep water fishing, which is, we are very, very popular here. So not just the beautiful beaches where you can lay in the sun and bake in the sun and enjoy the sand and the water and activities. You can go across the street to the restaurants or do a little shopping, but you can also take a boat out. So the beaches here are really beautiful. I love the fact that we kind of live, in paradise in our backyard.
That's why everyone wants to come here. So there's always concerts on the beach.
Yes.
We've got Tortuga every year.
Yeah, that's a huge one. It's a huge country festival that is on the actual sand, which is a lot of fun. And then there's all kinds of other festivals too.
Always. There's Brazilian festivals, there's Caribbean festivals, there's always, food fairs.
Yeah.
You name it, if you want to do it, you just got to figure out what month.
Yeah, and how about the Air and Sea show?
Oh, the Blue Angels?
Yeah, so the Air and Sea show comes every year, and it's a huge draw. Most people, take their lawn chairs and go to the beach, and they do it in a few different counties and cities in South Florida. Fort Lauderdale's is one of the biggest ones, and it's a blast. I actually went for the first time last year. Number 3 has to be location. Location for this city is superb, because it is located, it's smack dab in the middle of the Tri-County area. So South Florida is actually comprised of Dade County, which is Miami, Broward County, which Fort Lauderdale is in, and then Palm Beach County, which all of the Palm Beach cities are in. So Fort Lauderdale is smack dab in the middle, which gives it a great location to either go south to Miami or north to Boca Raton, West Palm, Jupiter. So it's really located well.
And not only that, it's a major international hub. So you have Fort Lauderdale International Airport, and then from there you can hop on 595 and head all the way, east to west, or you can go I-95 north to south, like April said. West Palm in a half hour, Miami in depending on traffic.
Maybe less, yeah, that's true. Maybe half an hour, maybe less, just depends. But it's really a great location. Speaking of the airport, I remember when it was like, very small and slow. It's not anymore, but it's so much better than Miami International. I don't want to jinx myself because I am flying out of Miami International on Saturday. But, Miami International is hit and miss. Sometimes it's great, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a nightmare. But Fort Lauderdale, I have found, for the most part, it's always smooth sailing, they're on time, they've got their stuff together, and it's very easy to travel in and out of Fort Lauderdale Airport.
I would say yes to that on flights, getting in and out, but the immigration process in Miami is quicker.
Yeah, okay.
For all of you coming from other countries, in my experience, the immigration line is probably a half hour at Miami, whereas in Fort Lauderdale, you'll be there for at least an hour.
Depending, yes, but Miami's been doing it longer.
Yeah. Number 4 for Fort Lauderdale is Walkability. One of my favorite cities because there's so much to do in such a small amount of area. You've got everything from nightclubs, dinner, dancing, shopping. I mean, you name it, there's something to do on every street corner.
Absolutely, and I think that people that come from other cities, they want a walkable city in South Florida, and there really aren't that many. I mean, there are areas in Miami where you can be walkable, like Brickell and downtown, and that's developed over the years. Fort Lauderdale has always been kind of a walkable area, and it's just gotten better and better, more developed, so it is crowded, there's a lot of people there. You have Riverwalk that goes along the river. You've got all types of high rises, beautiful condos at a lot of different price points. and really great restaurants that have, matured and been there a long time, or quite a few that come in and out. Also, you have the museum downtown, you have all kinds of festivals, there's all types of shopping, and then of course you can take your car over to like the Galleria Mall, which is great.
So you can drive through downtown Fort Lauderdale, you can walk through downtown Fort Lauderdale, and depending on where you are, you can take a boat up. As April said, along Riverwalk, there's different places to dock your boat, especially on Las Olas. There's a tiki bar that actually floats around the river down there, and you can drink on this little boat that floats up and down the river.
It's not a bad day. So we probably should have named this segment Walkability and Boatability.
One of the things that really will determine the pricing index on where you're at in Fort Lauderdale is if you want ocean access or even just needed dock space. So there's several options depending on what condominium you're in, what row of townhouses, or where you might want to find your next single family.
Yeah.
That's going to determine that. But there's a lot of, no fixed bridges, deep water access canals, a wide array of options for, those avid boaters looking to come down for that reason.
Absolutely. And as far as single family homes, we did do that Lighthouse Point video, which we will link right here or somewhere. But yeah, so if you want deeded dock space or some kind of boat slip and you can afford it, there's so many options. And if not, and you need to put your boat maybe in a marina, then there's plenty of options for that as well. And sometimes if you're in a no HOA type of area, then you can actually keep your boat on your yard depending on where it is. So most of the time they have it like a little bit further back or on the side of the yard or what have you. So you have to follow the county or city regulations, but that's also a possibility. Okay, so number 5 is things to do. Well, Fort Lauderdale is a pretty big city at this point. So like any city, you have everything basically to do from art, music, culture, restaurants, dining, shopping, lots of music venues.
Everything.
Yeah.
Festivals, parties, you name it.
There's everything to do.
So every year, Fort Lauderdale has an art show where they close down the main road in Fort Lauderdale.
Las Olas.
And it is it's just art. Sculptures, paintings, local artists, foreign artists, everyone comes together for a whole weekend of dining and fine art. Absolutely beautiful, great experience, good for kids, good for adults.
Families, everything.
It's perfect.
And I think it's like from Thursday to Sunday or Friday to Sunday.
It's long.
Yeah, and so what I've done when I go there or any of these big art shows is I always go on Sunday afternoon. Because by that time, if they haven't sold what they wanted to sell, you can haggle with them a little bit. And I've gotten really good prices. So if you're into art, definitely check out the Fort Lauderdale Art Festival. But just things to do are endless. Not only that, do you get, all of those things that are kind of normal to a big city. But again, we're in South Florida, so we have the beach. We have the ocean, we have boating, we have fishing, we have snorkeling, diving, parasailing, jet skiing, wakeboarding. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Of course, if you want to do any outdoor activities like tennis, golf, all those things are always available. Great pools and amenities in most of the condos and, and obviously some of the single family homes and developments as well.
Some of the newer buildings have rooftop pools with views and party balconies, all kinds of really high-end amenities that you find in one of these types of cities.
And I love the rooftop bars in Fort Lauderdale, I must say. Because like West Palm Beach has some, but not as many. Miami also has a lot of great rooftop bars. Fort Lauderdale has some really good rooftop bars. So they're beautiful build outs, great views, and lots of delicious cocktails.
And not only that, they just, in the last 2 years, they just built the wharf in downtown Fort Lauderdale, which is, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, it's a party. Specialty drinks and live music. There's always something going on.
And speaking of other kind of unique things, Fort Lauderdale has one of the biggest boat shows down here as well, the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, which I love to go to that one. It's actually one of my favorites.
And just in case any of you didn't know, Fort Lauderdale is the yacht capital of the world.
Yeah, so you'll see some beautiful beautiful yachts. And have you ever been to that mermaid? There's a mermaid show. I think it's actually like a mermaid burlesque show. Okay, it's at it's called they just changed the hotel name to Be Ocean, and I think it's at the Rec Bar in that hotel. But it's really unique, very cool. I was actually there for a wedding one weekend, and we had one of the nights in this rec bar, and at a certain time, these mermaids come through the bar is set up where the pool is, and there's portholes, so the mermaids come down and do a burlesque show.
Sounds like my type of show.
You should go check it out. It was actually very entertaining.
All right, so our number 6 on the list is the Hard Rock Casino.
Ah, gambling to be had in Fort Lauderdale.
Welcome to Florida.
So actually they did a great remodel on the Hard Rock down here, and the hotel is actually now shaped like a guitar. It's pretty amazing. Amazing. It is amazing.
Light show every night. They put a different light show on the guitar, and then it has the beam at the top.
I just flew in 2 days ago, and I'll show you. I took a little video. It's not great, but I took a little video of the Hard Rock Casino because it's just super cool. And so yes, they do these incredible light shows, and they're choreographed with music, kind of like what they do at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. And it's always a great time. Not only that, but you can gamble to your heart's desire. There's a beautiful pool area that is also, the entire thing is renovated. So
resort style, zero entry, cabanas, you name it.
Sounds like you've been there, Ryan.
I have. There's a day club, there's a nightclub called Dyer. There's always concerts, live music, events.
Awesome restaurants. They have brought in some new restaurants as well. So I love going to events there because you go there a little early, have a couple drinks, grab some dinner, go to the events, stay as late as you want, make sure to take an Uber home.
Or stay at the hotel.
Or stay at the hotel and do your day club tomorrow.
Exactly. I like your style.
So there is a casino in Fort Lauderdale, Broward area. Very easy to get to. There's actually a few. So they have the Hard Rock Casino. They also have
Seminole.
So Seminole Indian Reservation Casino it's actually located in Pompano, but it's in the Fort Lauderdale area. So you do have a few different choices there, and I've actually been to both, and I think they're both very nice. They're different, but it's really nice to have options if that's your thing to do. And I know a lot of people that like to do slots. So number 7 is going to be sporting events, and I'm not talking about the ones that you go to watch your kids play, okay? Which we all do that, and that's great. What's great about Fort Lauderdale, again, is location, because the major sports teams are going to be the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Marlins, the Miami Heat,
Florida Panthers.
The Florida Panthers. So, but the thing is that those stadiums, we have the BB&T, which is located in Broward, and that's where I think the Panthers play. Then you're only a hop, skip, and a jump away from Miami to be able to go to all those other major sporting events, which is really nice to have in a big city.
Hard Rock Stadium is only about maybe 15 minutes from the Hard Rock Casino that we just talked about.
Go Dolphins.
And then the Miami Marlins play down in the heart of Miami.
Yep.
And we also have the FTX Arena, I believe it was just renamed, where the Miami Heat play, which is over on the beach. Again, another huge place for not only sporting events, but concerts and all kinds of festivals.
Awesome. And we have the Bright Line. So if you want to just take the Bright Line high-speed train down to Miami, which I've done and I love it, it's great. You can go very easily to a Heat game because of the location, or any of these other games. So that's a great way to travel, to be able to have a really good time and not be stuck in traffic, because quite frankly, a lot of times I don't go to some of these games because I don't want to go on a Thursday night or Friday night, because traffic tends to get very heavy, very thick. If there's one accident, you're stuck in traffic for 2 hours or more. And it's just kind of just aggravating and stressful, not really what I want to do when I go out and have a good time. So the Bright Line is definitely a great option. If you don't leave a little early though from the games, you will get stuck in the major crowds, but still it's a better option than having to fight traffic in a car.
All right, so number 8, and this is what we're gonna end on, is the outdoor lifestyle that Florida gives you. especially in the Fort Lauderdale area,
Yeah.
you are close to everything. We have, I can't even name the amount of golf courses
Oh yeah,
that
hundreds.
are in a driving distance to you. The beaches, you have everything from sailing to scuba diving to fishing. If you want to play soccer, there's indoor arenas, there's outdoor fields. There's,
Lots of soccer down here.
there's men's leagues, women's leagues,
Children's, adults.
everything. You name it, there's something on every weekend. And if you want to get someone involved in anything,
Yeah.
any sport,
Yeah.
you'll find it down here.
Basketball, tennis, softball, pickleball is huge right
Oh,
now.
pickleball is huge
Pickleball courts are going up everywhere, and all age ranges are playing that as well.
Yeah, you've got it. Even for everybody moving down from New York, lacrosse is starting to be a thing down here.
Because all the Northeasterners.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's really what the draw is for the most part. I mean, most people I talk to are moving to Florida because they want that outdoor lifestyle. They want to be able to live in a home that's comfortable and have that outdoor living, which, you know, I do talk to a lot of people from, especially my YouTube clients, because, you know, we talk about the differences of homes and type of housing they're used to and what they're going to find here. And sometimes you're gonna find an older home, sometimes it'll be renovated, sometimes it'll be newer. But either way, if the square footage is a little bit less, it's because we don't count the outdoor living space as living space.
Mm-hmm.
We count it in the total, but not in the living square footage. It's the total square footage, and we do a lot of outdoor living. So whether you're under a lanai or covered porch area, or you're in the pool, or you're playing soccer in the backyard with the kids, it's outdoor living. And we tend to spend most of our time, especially in the wintertime, like we were just saying, leaving the windows open,
Next to the pool.
spending your time outside, soaking in the sun. Make sure to wear sunscreen. But you know, it's really an outdoor lifestyle unlike a lot of other areas in the nation.
All year round.
But in order to find that perfect place that you may be thinking of or wanting to go see, or maybe you have questions about, make sure you give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, somehow get in touch with us, because we've got your back when you're moving to Florida.